All right, welcome back to another Cafe Disco Reviews. This week's the big one, The Joker. We're going to be discussing our opinions. So, if you have not seen the movie, turn this off. As much as I would like your view,
Keep it on.
you can go ahead and like the video, like it, but then turn it off because we're about to spoil everything. So don't leave a comment saying you're pissed because you spoiled the 5 people that watch this. You know, probably in like the next couple of episodes, I'm bumping up to 10 people.
There you go.
All right, so this is our opinions of the Joker. Mike, do you want to go first since you're
No, I'll let you go.
excited? No? Okay.
I'll probably
You want to go? Yeah, you go, Nizama.
Like I said, like I was kind of telling you guys, like I was kind of torn between what rating to give this film, because I honestly didn't like where it actually lies. Because like half throughout the whole entire film, I kind of forgot that I was watching like a comic film compared to all the ones that actually came out and everything like that. And if it was not like a Joker film, I would definitely give it like a 9.5, really.
Well, I don't know if you knew, but it's not a Joker film.
Well, if it wasn't branded as like a Joker film.
All right. Yeah.
But the thing is, like with
so
the
what
Joker,
do you give it? I mean, you would give it a 9.5 if it wasn't the Joker.
I was kind of torn between either a 6 or like a 7.5 to an 8 based on the ending.
It's wide range.
So yeah. So I'm like,
give it a 2.
I'm leaning
maybe an 8.
I'm leaning more towards it's like a 7.5, 8 right
Let's
now.
do this. So what is your interpretation of the movie? What do you think happened, and who do you think Arthur Fleck is? Because that will determine your score.
That's the thing. I'm still kind of torn.
So you just don't know. You can't decide.
You want me to go?
I'm starting to think like it actually did happen, like because how it ends when like he left out with the bloody shoes and everything like that. I mean, I think that actually happened. So I'm thinking like everything is basically real, and if I think like that, I would give it an 8.
Okay, so it sounds like you're giving it an 8.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go?
All right,
Mr. Fanboy.
No, I just know good things. So, my interpretation of the movie, you can't decide. I know what my interpretation is.
Well,
I mean, you said you weren't sure, but me, I'm pretty sure that it's all real. Minus the things that are obviously not real, like his relationship with the girl. But I think it's all real. And everyone that he kills in it, he actually kills. Including the 2 that you don't see him kill, but it's strongly suggested that he does, which is the girl and her daughter. And after seeing some stuff that Todd Phillips has said, I get some people's hesitation that, it's not Arthur Fleck is not the Joker. And after hearing Todd Phillips's comments on it, I can see that Arthur Fleck might not be the Joker that everybody knows that goes up against Batman, but he inspires that person that eventually does.
So he's not the Joker that we all know.
He's not the Joker that we all know.
Right.
No, but he could be the original Joker.
Yeah.
That inspires
which would
the
be
Joker that everybody knows that is the formidable Batman villain that we all know.
So do we get to just make up stuff? Because I'm pretty sure that's not in the comics at all.
No, it's not. It's not supposed to be pulled directly from a comic.
All right.
There are little things in it that are pulled almost identically from the comic, with small changes, like the talk show scene. There's very strong similarity between that and The Dark Knight Returns. I think it's one of the Frank Miller comics. There's a couple things in the comic that aren't put in the movie, but
let's not talk about Dark Knight Rises during this. Don't let you bring it down. Don't bring it down.
Dark Knight Returns.
Oh, okay.
The comic, not the movie.
Okay. I thought you said Rises.
Yeah,
don't bring this down.
Dark Knight Returns. So, but the whole him being not the Joker that everybody knows. I mean, I think that's perfectly fine to do.
I think it's brilliant.
To add on to it, you know, I think it's great.
It is because like throughout like the whole like entire film, I find myself feeling sorry for the Joker
Yeah.
and like very like that I could relate to him somehow, and I'm the Joker. I'm not supposed to actually feel sorry for. He's like a sick like guy, like probably like one of the best villains ever.
Yeah.
And with this
By being the
version
best-
of it, yeah,
By being the best villain, it means that he's one of the worst people ever.
exactly, yeah. So with this guy though, I felt half the film I felt bad for him. Like I sympathized with him though.
But see, to me, that's one of the best things about the movie, is they take an iconic villain, although it might not be the iconic villain that you know of.
I think it's obvious
he-
that it's not the iconic villain we know of.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think that being the case is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they take that and then they turn it on its head and they make you feel sympathy for this person that inspires the person that's such a despicable human being, and then makes you sympathize with them through the entire movie. The whole time we were sitting there watching the movie, I knew where it was going. I knew inevitably what was going to happen, and every little thing I was like, man, don't do it. Come on. Don't snap. I was like, you can do it, man. Just hold it together. And I mean, I was still doing that even knowing what was going to happen, and he was eventually going to have that mental breakdown and kill his first person, and it was going to be floodgates open at that point. And everything else in the movie, from the score to the way it was shot, the scenery,
Yeah.
the little, all the really, really close shots of his face, it just felt like eerie.
And I
The
think
whole thing was uncomfortable,
yeah,
but that was awesome.
the acting was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Phoenix
Put it this
was
Phoenix did
ridiculous.
great in the role.
Yeah,
That being said, in the role of being someone who's not
exactly. I
Joker.
don't think it's fair to compare like a Heath Ledger Joker to this version of Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. It's two different Jokers, and they both play like their roles really really good. Joaquin Phoenix played a great version of Joker for this film, in my opinion.
I agree. And I think it is hard to compare the two
It really is.
because they're
not the same person.
they're
No.
different.
They're not even the same
They're
character.
different. They're different characters.
Yeah.
They're different people, and they're different. They're the types of people that they are completely different.
If you think about it,
one's a psycho. The other one is. I mean, I guess they're both psychos, but
well,
eventually,
one of them's just a lot more.
one's a lot smarter than the other.
Yeah, a lot smaller.
If you think about it, they made a film where they tricked you into thinking you were watching a film about the Joker until the last minute.
See, I don't
Because
I don't-
when I
don't think
walked
so.
away,
even if it's made up, even if that section of the movie.
no. I'm not saying it was made up. I'm saying they
No. I'm not saying it's made up. What happened in the movie is made up. I'm saying even if the part where Arthur is not the Joker that we know, that being made up for the movie, it doesn't take anything away from it. I mean,
No.
he in this movie he is the original Joker.
But
that inspires.
when you walked into this movie, not knowing anything, I don't know how much research you did. I assumed I was sitting down to watch the backstory of the Joker that we know in the comics and the movies. That Joker. And they tricked me, which is fine. It's brilliant. I don't have a problem.
I guess.
Yeah.
But it depends on which way they were going to go with it. I mean, he could still be the Joker. They still could make him the Joker that everybody knows.
I don't think he could be it.
But it's just going to have to be a Joker that goes against a much younger Batman than they've.
I don't think Arthur Fleck can
they've
do
pinned
it,
together.
I don't think Arthur Fleck could be that Joker.
Yeah,
he might inspire that Joker, but I don't think he could be it.
I think that's the more likely scenario. But I think they could. I think it could go either way. Because I think, although he is how he is now, he's at the very beginning stages of being the Joker. And
Yeah, but
Batman,
he's not intelligent at all. He's not a genius like the Joker. I mean, he's borderline incompetent.
Yeah, but he's new. He's new to crime. He's new to killing people. He's new to murdering people. He's new to everything. When he's, by the end of the movie, he's only well, you don't really know how long he's been transformed.
Yeah.
But before the scene where he's in the cell talking to the psychiatrist, his full transformation has only been a couple hours. One night.
Yeah.
So you don't know.
Well,
and for him to go up against Batman.
No, it's been longer than that because his mom went to the hospital and then he killed her the next day, and then he went home.
His full transformation happens
in like 3 days.
As he's sitting on Murray Franklin's show, where he finally clicks. This is what he's gonna. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. This is who I'm gonna be.
Okay, yeah.
I
thought you mean from the time he started killing people.
Oh no, his full transformation into the Joker fully happens when he's sitting there talking to Murray Franklin, and he decides that he's not going to kill himself like he had planned this whole time, and he kills Murray. So from that point, in order for him to go up against the Batman, which we see Bruce, he's like 10 years old,
and that's part of the reason why I think it's not.
There's going to be a 10-year growth period for him to, get better at this killing stuff.
No, Mike, you don't get more competent and become a genius in 10 years. No, we're talking about competency. We're talking about his mental problems. He's mentally slow.
So you don't think that somebody?
No, I don't think someone that's mentally slow can get smarter in 10 years. No,
I don't think he's mentally slow.
He is.
That's where we disagree. He's not mentally slow. He's not retarded.
He's not retarded. He's not full blown retarded, but he's mentally slow.
He's not mentally slow. I don't think there's anything that shows that he's mentally slow.
I think
he's extremely awkward with people and society, but I don't think he's mentally slow.
I disagree. I think he's borderline slow.
I mean, I could probably say, if you just put it like that, then okay. But if we were to put it with how he is now, there would be no way he would be able to compete with Batman.
Oh, the way he is now, no. Yeah. Because but the way he is now in this movie, it's 10 years before Batman's even old enough to put the cape on.
Yeah, I still don't think in 10 years he's there.
You don't think somebody that starts killing people gets better at killing people?
I'm sure he would get better at killing people, but as far as being a mastermind, being a genius, no, that's not something you just get with time. You're pretty much born that way. You're like that from the start.
I don't know that you. I don't know that you would be a master at it right away. I don't believe that. I think with something like that, there would still be a learning curve.
Maybe a little bit, but I don't think he's got it in him to do that. Yeah. And I'm totally fine with that.
I think the more likely scenario is that he inspires the Joker that we know.
Yeah.
But I think there's justification to where it could go either way.
I don't know. I think it would be cool for, you probably don't agree, but the guy who kills Thomas Wayne and his wife, it would be cool if he inspires that guy, and that's actually the Joker. And then that would make...
I could see that. But
that would make Bruce very,
I can see that, but
maybe that guy's only like 20 or something. That would be nice.
Yeah. I wouldn't want that for this if they continue it, just because that's what they did in Batman 89, and I wouldn't want to repeat something that's already happened.
Well, I mean, what if his next Joker movie, because he said he's open to do like one more maybe.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think they're going to make one more, though.
What if he does one more?
They both want to do it.
Really?
Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix both want to do it.
But they don't want it. They don't really want to. He said that there's no way he would be in a film with Batman.
Yeah.
Like, no. But he just wants to see where he can go from here.
Yeah.
So, like, what if he became the leader and the movie was all about that, and then you had this one guy who was like, his right hand man, and he trained him and stuff like that. And then he dies. He gets killed. Arthur Fleck gets killed. And that guy takes over, and that's the Joker.
I don't like the the training
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Well, not training. I mean, how can you train? But
I mean, I don't like the mentoring aspect of it. Like, again, that's something to me the Joker doesn't need.
No, he doesn't
He doesn't
need
need somebody guiding him.
But what is he? What
He
is
should be able
Arthur?
to-
Let's think about Arthur Fleck. What has he always wanted? He would want that. He's always wanted acceptance. He's always wanted someone to be close to.
He wants acceptance, yeah, and that's what he's getting with that whole movement that he started.
But he still doesn't have that one-on-one.
People love him.
He doesn't have that one-on-one like he wanted when he asked Thomas Wayne to hug him. And he's like, all I want is a hug, Dad. Like, he wants that one-on-one. What if he could have somebody who gave him that? As a son, almost.
I mean, I guess. I just don't like that close of a connection between the two. I'd rather it be some guy.
But you're thinking of Arthur Fleck as the Joker. That is not the Joker.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
you're right. The Joker would want that.
In this movie, Arthur Fleck is the Joker. Whether he's the first Joker, if he influences somebody else to become the Joker that we know, but I don't like that close connection between Arthur and somebody else to where they spend a lot of time together and
you're right.
He mentors them and shows them how to do certain things and that stuff, and then something happens to Arthur. I would rather it be a distant connection.
Yeah.
With like some crazy guy who doesn't even know this dude, and he's like blindly following him for all the wrong reasons, and he's never met the dude.
Yeah, I mean, either way is fine, I guess.
I prefer that. Really.
But I judge him as Arthur Fleck, where I feel like you're judging him almost as the Joker that we all know. Like, yes, the Joker we all know would not want that close relationship. You know, he beats the snot out of Harley Quinn, okay? Like, he's not going to want that. But this is not that Joker.
Yeah.
This is a guy who's socially awkward, has not been, wanted to be accepted by everybody. He's,
But I think you also got to think Arthur. He thinks that Thomas Wayne's is dead. Gets pushed away by him. Gets punched in the face by him.
Yeah,
that was pretty. I didn't see that coming. But
I would have done it
his mother
a lot sooner.
His mother, who he thought he was really close to, and he loved her, she loved him. He finds out that she was allowing him to be abused for who knows how long, and stood by and did nothing. At some point, somebody like that is no longer going to want a connection with one person because they think that it's not going to be capable of happening.
Maybe. I think either way is fine, but I don't think that he's our Joker, our Batman Joker.
I mean, I can agree with you on that.
Yeah. And I think it's better that way because if he was, like, if they go the route that you're talking about where he's actually our new Joker, then I rate the movie differently because I don't think that Joker is. Yeah. I don't think he did a good job as that Joker.
I'm saying I think more likely possibility is he's not. He inspires somebody else to become that. Yeah. But I'm just saying I'm saying I can see how it could be justified to be the other way.
Yeah, that would be a terrible decision, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how I'm just saying I can see how it could go either way. I prefer it to be him influencing somebody else, but I do not want that. I don't want a close connection between whoever that person is and him.
See, it wouldn't bother me because of how Arthur Fleck operates. It's not unbelievable.
Yeah, but I mean,
I get what you're saying. Have a whole movie of him, causing havoc and everything, and then he ends up dying at the end of the movie, which you'll love because you love main characters dying.
Yeah.
And then some guy is just like, oh man, that was his hero he looked up to, and now he wants to follow
something like that
footsteps.
is fine.
Yeah, but
I don't want. I wouldn't want that close connection because I don't think that person that is the Joker or who will eventually become the Joker that we all know, he doesn't want that either.
Well, maybe that's true.
Yeah. He doesn't want somebody to be close to. I mean, the only person that he's close to is Harley Quinn. He beats the shit out of her all the time.
Yeah.
So obviously he doesn't really care about anybody, so he would never have that connection anyway.
Yeah.
So I think the distant relationship or whatever would be the better.
You're probably right. It probably
option.
would be better.
Question. So I want to ask you, like, what was your favorite scene from the whole film? Like,
shit, that's hard.
Mine was the end when he's standing on the cop car and he smears the blood. I feel like that's where the movie should have ended, but
That was a really good one.
Yeah. Mine was my favorite scene was probably like I have two really. It was like the talk show when like
Talk
he
show,
when
yeah.
like when like he killed the guy. That was a pretty good scene.
Hmm.
And the other ones like because I'm confused. I'm like I want to say yes, he killed like the girl and the daughter, but again we have no proof that he did though.
I lean towards he did because when
Yeah.
he leaves their
Makes-
apartment, he's dripping blood,
Mhm.
and you never see him the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
They show, and there's no mention of them either. And also right after he leaves their apartment and he goes back to his apartment
Yeah.
and he's laughing uncontrollably,
Mhm.
the ambulance comes up to the building. You hear the ambulance sirens and the lights. You see the lights going off.
Yeah.
So did he call the cops?
No, but you don't know how long.
I'm sure someone
yeah.
heard him.
You don't know how long
Sure.
she's been in there.
Yeah, I'm sure someone heard them as well. I mean,
Mhm.
he's
Well,
not really quiet about his murders.
No.
Doesn't seem.
No.
My favorite scene is probably either the talk show, which is the speech that he gives during that was freaking
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
The way he
The-
and the as Murray's talking to him and treating him like shit, just the expressions on his face.
Like you could just slowly
I like
see him. Like you could slowly just see him like as like movies, we just see him like slowly going more into like insanity, like
Yeah.
as like a talk.
Another great scene is when his boss wants him to get the sign back.
Oh yeah.
He's like, just get the sign back. And he's like, why would I take the sign?
Sign.
And then he just like shuts down.
Yeah.
At that point, he's just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then
Joaquin did an awesome job as
Yeah.
an actor.
Yeah.
I mean,
my other favorite scene was right before the talk show where
When
he kills the guy.
I
in
was
the
about to
apartment.
bring that up. Oh my god, that was probably one.
He kills that big guy in the apartment,
Oh, yeah.
and the
Yeah.
bitch is in there.
With
And
the
then
midget.
that's probably like the funniest scene I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that scene was
it was fun.
it was brutal.
I know.
The kill was like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rough.
Just
So-
bashing
so
his
dirty,
head in,
yeah.
like.
But I hate the controversy about this because, like, John Wick is way more violent than this
Oh
movie.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But
But I think I don't know. I guess the reason people made such a big deal about it is it's so grounded.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess.
It's so-
Uh,
Where John Wick, it's a lot more killing, but it's a lot more unrealistic too.
and it's
Yeah.
not intimate either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a personal thing. Like, when he kills his mom, that's really rough to watch. Even though it's
Dude.
not, like,
Yeah,
it's not bloody, it's
it's
not gory or
uncomfortable.
anything, but it's really disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an uncomfortable scene. There's a lot of uncomfortable scenes in the movie, but another one of my favorite scenes too, which there's really nothing going on in the scene, but it's just the way that the score is in there, the way the camera moves and everything is when he's taking the shit out of the refrigerator and he gets inside.
Yeah.
Oh
the,
yes.
the camera does it's still, and then you see the camera like slowly go like this,
hmm
and it like rocks back and forth, and then
I noticed
starts
that.
walking
Yeah.
towards it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Like the cinematography, everything.
People have
About
gone
it is
crazy
great.
with theories. Like, some people would think that he died in the fridge.
No.
Of course not. I mean,
Come on.
the only theory that I'm open to, which now I've changed my mind. Like, when I left the theater, I thought that when he talks to the therapist at the end and he says, I was thinking of a joke, you wouldn't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. And then at that point, I thought the whole thing's made up. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then when he runs out of the room with the blood, that still
Yeah.
didn't convince me, because if everything else was made up in his mind, that could easily have been made up in his mind.
Yeah.
True.
But then once I started thinking about it and I realized that he's not actually that Joker that we're thinking of. And also Bruce Wayne, it would make no sense for
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's parents to die and all that if none of this actually happened. So
Yeah.
that part had to at least happen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
like I
convinced
said-
me that probably almost everything probably happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that now
Mhm.
that I've thought about it.
That's the thing. That's the thing about the movie is whether you love it or you hate it, you think about it
gets
for
you talking.
days after you see it.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
I mean,
It gets to talking
It's,
too. Like.
it's yeah, and people are discussing it, and I mean, it's come across my mind. I don't know how many times since we've seen it.
Oh yeah.
But now that last line that he says, which is a brilliant line, but even though I didn't really care for that ending scene, I
Yeah.
really still think it should have stopped with him on the car. That's just an
Yeah.
awesome scene that I wish it would have stopped at.
Dude. That's.
But
Yeah.
could you imagine that? Like him just like smiling and getting all the praise and glory, and then it's just black and then
Yeah.
credits. I
Yeah.
mean, the last scene's like whatever, but when he says like, I was thinking of a joke, you wouldn't get it. Now I almost think like maybe that was the writers and the directors telling us that, gotcha, like this is not a Joker movie.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, think about it. I mean, this is an Arthur Fleck movie.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they attached it to it, I feel, because obviously people wanted this and it's going to sell really well,
Yeah.
and it did. And I don't blame them for that. And now that I know this is not the same Joker that we thought of all these years, it actually put my rating way higher on the scale.
Yeah.
Because if we see it like that, the film was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like the build up towards like the story is like it's like kind of slow and it's like slowly like picked up, and every moment had like a purpose though behind it. Like there was like not one like scene that happened that didn't need to actually be there.
Mhm.
Because in terms of like a lot of comic films, there are so many scenes that didn't need to be there.
Yeah.
But this one, like every single scene had like a purpose behind it,
Mhm.
and that's what I like a lot.
And another thing, it didn't bother me at all that it was like a completely political movie.
It didn't feel like that though.
It didn't feel like it, just because it was done so well
Yeah.
that it didn't bother me.
I mean, I definitely I noticed it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
noticed it too.
Yeah, but it didn't bother
it's
me at
obvious.
all.
Kill the rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that there was political messaging in it. But I think it didn't bother me at all because it was done so well that I didn't even think about it really.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what it was as I was watching it, but
Yeah, Thomas
I
Wayne
didn't-
was
I didn't
definitely
ponder
the
on it.
Trump in that situation.
yeah, right. Yeah. But I think it's. I've said this before. I think there needs to be more movies like this in the comic book genre.
I would agree with that.
Serious films
I would agree with that.
that are more of like character studies
Mhm.
than the balls of the wall
Yeah.
action CGI fest.
Something
all
that,
that
gets you
stuff.
invested and everything. Like, cause like with this film, I was invested in it. Like I felt like a personal attachment to it, because it's just like gets you
Yeah.
thinking and just like very real compared to like a Endgame where it's like a whole CGI fest really.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think I would give the movie, now that I'm interpreting it the way that I am now, where he's not actually the Joker we know, I would probably give it like an 8.5.
About the same.
I'd give it
11.
no. I give it a 9.8.
Jeez. Mike.
For
That's
me,
crazy.
For me, I liked this movie more than the Nolan trilogy. Do you know how much I love the
I
Nolan
did too.
trilogy?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I like this movie more than The Dark Knight.
More than Heath Ledger?
Now when you're breaking down when you're breaking down individual characters' performances, I think Joaquin
Yeah.
Phoenix is completely different
Yeah.
than Heath Ledger, but I think he's almost equal, if not equal.
On the Joker
performance
that,
level.
like, yeah. For the
Yeah.
Joker that he actually plays, he played a phenomenal job in it.
Mhm.
I mean, phenomenal.
But as far as the character
Yeah.
overall,
Yeah.
I mean,
Ledger.
Heath Ledger's Joker is iconic. It was
Yeah.
played.
He's the one we all
it
want.
was played
Yeah.
perfectly to the T. I mean, it was a master performance. But the movie overall, the directing, the camera,
Yeah.
the score, cinematography, practical effects,
Music.
Christian Bale.
yeah, everything.
We're not talking about that.
I know.
When you
I just wanna
when
start
you
something.
encompass all that from Joker and all that from Batman, I like this more than
Oh yeah.
The Dark Knight.
Definitely.
Dark Knight I give a 9.5. This edges it out slightly. I can't give it a 10 because
I guess I like this
there are
better
little
too,
things.
because I would give Dark Knight like an 8. So,
I mean, with the Dark Knight, Heath Ledger made that film.
but this had a story.
Yes,
unlike the Dark
it
Knight.
did. This
mean,
one had a very
The
deep
Dark
story.
Knight
yeah.
had a story.
But this one was deep.
That's another
though.
discussion.
But this one was deep though. It was like a different level of storytelling though. Like,
Yeah. Well, that's what I think. The Dark Knight, really all three movies in the Nolan trilogy but I'm not going. I'm not going where you think I'm going. All three movies in the Nolan trilogy kind of changed comic book movies because it was different. It was more grounded and more serious and darker than like the Marvel movies and stuff before it.
Yeah.
Marvel movies were always happy and lighter and
like,
more colorful and all that stuff. But that's one major reason why I like those three movies. But this movie took that and cranked it up to 11. All those things.
Yeah.
Which is
It always
one
bothered
reason why I
me.
like it so much.
I wish that they would have done The Dark Knight rated R. And I'm not a big guy on cussing and stuff, but I do feel like the Joker.
Dude.
The Joker. You know he's dropping F-bombs. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, the dude is just, you know.
Yeah. He's savage.
I know.
So. All right, well, you guys have your movies ready for next week?
Yeah.
I'm giving you Inception.
Inception? Okay.
Yeah.
I've actually been wanting to see it.
Yeah, really good.
Wow.
Mhm.
What are you giving
Now, once again, focus on the film.
Planned on it. That's usually what I do when I watch a movie.
No. But I'm just saying, like, don't.
You got to pay attention.
Yeah.
Close.
All
You
right.
really do.
I'm giving you Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. I know you've seen half of it, but you need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
A lot of
You
stuff
never watched
happens.
the whole thing?
A lot of stuff happens.
No, because I was watching it on his the Plex thing, and
I had a
Okay.
copy that froze, so I had to get a new copy.
got through like halfway, and then it froze. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But you never got back to it?
He got to the Doc Ock part, or the Miss Doc Ock part, whatever.
Are you?
And
I got to the part where they're
running in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where Spider Gwen first shows up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm giving you
I know what you're doing. Go ahead. Say it.
Saw 1.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Thought you was gonna give me like.
I'm excited for you, man. It's good.
I'll
I'll actually agree with Mike on this. Good movie.
I thought you was gonna give me like the Christian Bale one.
No, we're done with Christian Bale in this place.
No, I'm holding that one for the next time because I
Christian
picked for
Bale
you.
is-
Because I picked for you next. So.
Christian Bale is dead to us. All right.
I'm holding it for next week because I
Yeah.
picked for you.
No, Christian Bale's dead. All right, so that's been the episode of Cafe Disco Reviews. Hope you enjoyed it. Comment, like, subscribe.
God,
One. Right at the end of my.
I just remembered one quick thing. If DC does this Black Label line, what's the next character study like this that you would want done?
Since you mentioned it earlier, Deathstroke seems really interesting.
Definitely.
Deathstroke.
Yeah, definitely.
I also want a Nightwing movie, but I kind of want it to be appropriate so I can take my son to see it. Like PG-13. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't,
but
I don't know. Nightwing's dark enough to be
yeah. I do want that really
a
bad
character
though.
study though. Yeah. I would say probably Deathstroke, or I think Riddler would be a good one.
Riddler would be really good
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
between
Because
the
he's
two,
he's underrated. I mean,
Oh yeah.
he's a genius.
Yeah.
So
He's really the one that of the Batman rogue gallery that is
you didn't like Jim Carrey?
the same. No, he's the one that's really the same intelligence as Bruce,
Yeah.
especially from like the detective standpoint. All right,
Can I end it now?
That was it. Yeah.
All right. See ya.
Oh, hold on. Anybody?
Are you serious?
Yeah. For the 5 or 10 people that are watching, put down in the comments who you think should be the next character study like this.
Yeah. And put in the comments what you thought. I mean, I don't care if you spoil in the comments. It's not on me, it's on you.
Later.
See ya.
Deuces.